You're watching the YC Sizzle, Megan Heidelberg, Jamarcus Gaston, and are your arms still a little sore from all those push-ups?
Just a little bit. I love the Murph workout. Of course, Affirming interns went into the kitchen to celebrate the 200th anniversary with some recipes. And of course, first, we got really wild. Take a look. We always love it when Chuck from Wildlife Geeks stops by, and today it's all about the new babies. Chuck, always good to see you. I'm doing this whole Wildlife Geeks without Megan, which is kind of scary for me because she's the one that usually will put out her hand to get the animals in there first, but you told me no worries on this segment.
Yes, in fact, I have something for you for being so brave last time and taking on that crab spider.
Because I still haven't gotten over that totally. My therapist is hearing all about it.
Right? So, and I actually brought one for Megan as well.
Okay.
So, you've got this.
Okay.
So you
a little bracelet.
Little bracelet. They look real.
They do look real.
Especially when you put them on.
This is the only snake that I'm ever going to touch.
And that's hers.
Okay. I will make sure she gets it. But you guys have a baby boom over at Wildlife Geeks.
Yes. And today, the first one we're going to bring out is amazing. So this guy, he's only about 5 weeks old.
5 weeks old.
And this is Julian.
Oh my gosh. It's so cute.
He is a baby ringtail lemur.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Look at that.
You can pet him.
Yeah, I was like making sure that.
Just a sweetheart. Now, right now, he's seen this is his mom, but in a couple weeks, then he'll get on my arm. Once he gets on my arm, he'll pretty much ride it for 6 months. That's what they do with the parents. They are a primate, just like a monkey or an ape. So you can literally have a relationship with these guys.
Okay.
So I've worked with lions, been lucky enough to work with baby Syrian bears, but my best experience I've ever had in my life was raising a baby lemur last year.
I didn't know that lemurs were like this small. I don't think I've ever seen a baby lemur, but I would expect them to be bigger than that.
Now,
so what do you feed? What do you feed them?
Like right now, he's on a special formula.
Okay.
But when they get older, they'll eat mostly fruits, and they've got a special diet that they'll be on. The females actually rule the roost, but the males actually have it made because the males grow up in a troop of about 20, 25. When the females have had enough of them, they push them out and they just go to the next troop.
For some people at home, they may, that doesn't sound like such a bad idea, right?
Yeah, now I'm going to try to get him. He's very.
How much would you imagine that he weighs at this point?
Not
small.
Yeah, very, very, not much at all.
Not even a pound.
Yeah, not even a pound. But they'll grow pretty fast.
Look at that tail.
It'll take them about 2 years to get full grown. Wow. Let me see if I can.
Will he? Oh gosh.
Look at that baby.
Here we are.
You may have to turn around because he's kind of here we go.
Do you want me to turn around a little bit?
And again, these guys you can really have a relationship with. So, and he'll be ready. He's actually went to his first presentation yesterday. Did a great job. So we have these guys available.
Hopefully I smell good and get a little tail to the face, which is nice. That feels good though.
Yep. And so we do the birthday parties, and you get to pick the animals that come. And if it's your birthday, you get to interact with the animals that nobody else gets.
Oh my gosh.
Let me go grab
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
And so for people that have kids, they're looking for a cool party experience. If you bring a baby lemur to a party, it is game over, right?
Yes.
So they can call you and do that.
Yep. And you get to interact with them. And again, 90% of our guys are rescues, so we really talk about conservation. And
it's a good way to imagine the kids that see these animals are asking all types of interesting questions.
Yeah, and it gets them kind of out of the whole, in front of a screen kind of thing. And so like I said, we do a show, it's very interactive. We pull up kids, and I want them to learn something too. So at the end, I ask them questions. Whoever answers the most gets a prize. Okay. So they actually listen, and so it's a great way to really talk about conservation and make it real. You know?
So what is the time frame for someone watching this that says, I have a party coming up in a couple of weeks? Is it best just to give you a call and kind of look at the calendar, see how long it is?
Yeah, exactly. And I would do it
sooner than later.
Yes, we're usually booked out about a month and a half. But yeah, absolutely. And
With all the things coming up, kids going to be out of school, so there are going to be lots of parties that are going to be hosted. So now is a good time to do that. They can go to wildlifegeeks.com and click on that and just fill out the contact form and get in touch with you guys to do that.
Get in touch with us as well. Yep, and we do schools as well, and we're also STEAM approved.
Which is great. Science,
So
technology, engineering, arts, math. One more time.
See, this is Mama. This is his safety.
Nobody wants to leave Mama. And can you give us? I know you're coming up a little. You're coming up a little later in the show with another one, and he didn't want Jamarcus. He jumped off. He said, "Back to Mama." You have another animal coming up later in the show. Can you give us a little, just adorable?
I have
equally adorable.
Yeah, I will say this: that if the only other animal you might want more than a baby lemur is the baby animal that we have coming up.
Ooh, now that's a tease. We love that. So Chuck is going to hang out with us. Again, go to wildlifegeeks.com to plan your party and to check out these animals. It makes a great STEAM activity for the kids when you want them to not get in all the brain rot on the summertime. It's a good time to get them to learn something.
Have a good time and learn something on accident.
It's a win-win. Thanks, Chuck. Celebrating culture, history, and lore of this area through clothing. We're delighted to feature Homespun in today's Market Monday. We're joined by Brando Zellers to introduce us to his brand, which is really cool stuff. Megan and I have been looking at all the pieces, and it really is that nostalgic, that throwback to, the places that people love here. Welcome to YC. We appreciate you being here.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
You're from Pendleton, you said, so here from the upstate. When did this brand become an idea in your head? How did that come about?
I'll say about 2 years ago it became an idea that I put down on paper and worked through some things. I officially launched in February of last year, so it's been about over a year that it's been out there in the world. So
I'd imagine it was a hit because looking at all the cool products, people, they want to find a way to represent the upstate and support and celebrate the culture and the lore that's attached to it. But, a lot of the brands don't have that same feel, and this kind of gives you that throwback.
that was completely the focus on, and what I wanted to bring to the brand was give you that nostalgic feel, that throwback feel, because, that's just something that permeates in this region, you know what I mean? I just wanted to capture that through apparel and then hopefully create something that the locals could get behind and represent with pride,
Well, I think it's fun too, as a local born and raised. You're like, oh gosh, yes, you hit Lake Cute. Okay, you hit this, you hit that. But too, when people come to visit, they want a little something. And I love all the shirts that say, they just say Greenville. Those are great. Those are so cool. I have a ton of them. But this, it's like, all right, this is something different. And, it's fun.
It's good. Yeah, it's a different flavor. And, I'm big on just being unique and whatnot, because we do have local brands now that are starting to, explore, this particular aesthetic and just explore celebrating Greenville more. So, but I'm happy to be a brand that is kind of bringing that out, in a different and unique way, and hopefully a way that's approachable to all the communities, that make this place so special.
And that name says it all, Homespun, which I think really kind of hits the nail on the head right there. So, but take us around some of the things that you brought here for us today that we can that people really get excited about.
Okay, so I'm excited to talk about this Greenville Pick and Speedway shirt. This one was a long time in the making, and especially after the story of the saga that is the Speedway broke, So this is definitely a commemorative shirt for that Speedway to bring awareness, to the legacy that really is, that Speedway. So it's unfortunate we may see it going away rather, but this is something there that, something that you can own, and it'll last as long as the Speedway should have lasted.
And a lot of them for guys and girls. It's unisex. You can wear them. I love these hats too because they have that hunting orange on them.
Right, yeah, that safety orange. That's another theme I'm working with this spring drop. Leaning more into our country roots, So country western vibe is trending right now. So I wanted to explore that, see how, the Greenville kind of worked within that aesthetic and whatnot. So have some hats, we got some koozies.
You repping your neighborhood.
Got the San Souci neighborhood. You know what it is.
Yes. Do you ever do anything custom? Like if someone was like, oh my gosh, I would love, can you do that? Or is it all in the...
So that would kind of be more on the side of my client work, which is my core company, which is called Defender Creative Studio. And I primarily just focus on merchandise design, but through that platform that allows me to work with all the local brands, So
So it's
yeah,
not off the table, but it goes through
not
like a
off the
different
table,
way.
but it would go through a different avenue
Yes,
for sure.
so
yeah.
many great things. So people are going to want to go shopping for you, for all these things. So you're going to be at the Greenville Vintage Market.
Yeah, the Greenville Vintage Market at the end of the month. I should be there, and also I'll be doing a pop-up at the Whale. If you're familiar with the Whale Tap House. Yeah. So, but if you just want to stay in a loop, just follow me on my social. I'll be keeping updates like where I'll be, through those platforms. So. Yeah.
Homespunsc.com is the website to go and check out. Go shopping on there and support this local brand. I see people wanting some great gift ideas for Father's Day or whatever's coming up, just summertime, normal wear. So, Brando, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for celebrating Market Monday with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Of course,
very
we'll put all that
cool.
information on our website, yourcarolina.tv.
Hello everyone, it's Callie Harper here, intern for York Carolina, and today we are here with the one and only first gentleman of Furman University, Dr. Davis. So he's going to tell us a little bit about what sparked his interest and inspiration for this upcoming cookbook.
One thing that I think about when we think about Furman celebrations and family celebrations is they always center around food, right? You can't have a good celebration without food. So in thinking about the bicentennial that's coming up next year, I had an idea that let's do a Furman family cookbook. And so that's how this idea got started.
Food, after all, is everyone's favorite hobby here.
Absolutely.
Who doesn't love eating? So tell me a little bit about what Furman family means to you.
So with this project, and I think in general, Furman family is a pretty broad definition. So clearly it's students and it's faculty and staff, but it's also parents. Parents are big supporters of the university. The OLLI program that we have for senior adults, there's many senior adult students at Furman as there are undergraduate students. So they're part of the Furman family. And then we have donors and supporters and friends throughout the country. So all of those are considered part of the Furman family.
Which I love. And as a Furman student here at Furman University, as we always say, you win with people here. So I think this is a great way just to have everyone come together and celebrate something so awesome about this university. What's different about this cookbook compared to your other cookbooks that you've had?
So the first cookbook was a celebration of this house and the 25th anniversary of the gift of White Oaks to the University of Ms. Daniel. And the recipes in that cookbook were all from the first families, so the presidential families that have served at the university on the new campus. This new cookbook is about the broad Furman family. So we're looking to the Furman family to provide all those recipes. And you can do that by sending your favorite recipe to our website, and that is furman.edu/FU/bicentennial-cookbook.
As of now, we're gonna head to the kitchen. Well, look at this spread we have going on. So tell me a little about it. And as we all know, food has a deeper meaning than it looks. So tell me what this means to you.
So since this is a Furman family cookbook, I decided I would pick some of my own family recipes.
Wow.
So this represents 4 generations. And we start here with this coconut cake that was my great-grandmother's recipe. It's one that I've just found, so I've never made it before. This is the first one I've ever done.
Oh my gosh.
So I can't wait to cut it and get into that. She was supposedly a wonderful cook, so hopefully I've done her justice with that. Here we've got my grandmother's pound cake,
Gosh.
and we have that serving here as a basis for a delicious strawberry shortcake, one of my favorite desserts. Beside the strawberry shortcake is my grandfather's fudge. Again, this is a family recipe I've just found. I actually have it written in my grandmother's handwriting, and I've never made it before. So this is the first time with that.
Boom, let's go. Full of new surprises today.
And then we have hiding back here, my dad's pimento cheese. This is a raisin lemon nut spread that my mom would make when we would go on family camping trips. And last, cheese straws, because there is no such thing as a Southern party without a good tray of cheese straws. So these are all things that I think any good Southern cook should be able to whip up on any moment's notice.
Oh my gosh, I don't know where to begin. And gosh, I don't know which one's gonna be my favorite. They all look so good.
I have a habit of making recipes that I've never tried before and then serving them to people, and I just hope that they all turn out. Usually they do.
Well, it looks like it. I'm excited. Coconut's my favorite.
Hold your breath and we'll see what happens here.
The inside, woo! Oh my, it looks kind of crunchy too.
Let's see if we can get that.
Oh my gosh, and look at all the coconut decoration that you press in on the side.
First piece is always the hardest.
Oh wow, that looks delicious. Wow,
Is that a keeper?
that is so good. Oh my gosh, actually so good. I love food, and this is great. Coconut cake this good needs to be shared. I can't wait for y'all to submit y'all's recipes to see if y'all could top any of these. I doubt it though.
So all these will be in the cookbook, but this is not enough to make a cookbook, so I really do need your recipes. Please send them in. And feel free to include any special pictures of your food, or perhaps that handwritten recipe card that your great-grandmother has handed down through the generations, and the story behind the recipes, because that's what really makes it special. What's that story?
I love it. Let's celebrate the Furman family through food.
We brought in Jen Edwards from the Phoenix Fitness of Greenville to give us a little Murph prep. Of course, if you're not familiar with Murph, it honors Lieutenant Michael Murphy, who was killed while, you know, serving overseas. He was super fit, super into workouts. So they're like, what's one of the hardest workouts we could do in his honor?
Right.
And so people do it all over to kind of to honor his memory. That's what Memorial Day is all about. The folks that died serving this country. And he was
Absolutely.
one of them. So this workout is done all over, and it's a tough one, as you would expect.
And Navy SEAL. So I mean, you know, those people can.
They're fit.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yes.
Run your head into a brick wall and survive, and that's probably easy.
Yeah.
So that's
the
tough.
workout is, and a lot of people will do it in the weight vest, so that makes it even harder.
20
It's
pounds, right?
Yes, yes. It's a mile run, and then it's 100 push-ups, 200 air squats, 200
Pull-ups.
100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and then another mile run.
Yeah.
That last mile,
You can't
your
stop.
legs are like just dead from all the air squats.
You've done it before,
Yes,
yes?
I've done it multiple
Okay.
times.
Then
and
you're
it's-
thinking about him and people like him, so you can't stop.
That's the whole point.
Right.
Because you're doing those push-ups, you're like, I don't want to do anymore. Or you're like looking at the bar, and you're like, I can't get back up there. And you're like, you think of the men and women that do it all the time. You're like, yes, I can.
Yeah, yes you can. And there's modifications now. I mean, there's a
Yes.
lot. But like some people are very afraid of the pull-up part.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
'cause-
And I know when I hurt my back, I came back to not being able to do one pull-up, and I trained a lot with bands.
Yes.
So if you go to Phoenix's Fitness of Greenville's Instagram, I've posted some like ways to train, modifications, because you know it's only 2 weeks away.
Right.
So if it's the first time you're hearing about it, you might be
Maybe
like,
not. You may not be ready
maybe
in
not.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or you might just do, I
What
don't
you
know,
can.
half.
Yes.
Walk
a
a
lot
mile.
of people do a half Murph.
Do
Like,
a
that's-
couple,
yeah.
do half, do a couple
Yeah.
push-ups, air squat, whatever.
Yeah.
But you could also make it a goal to be able to do at least one pull-up without the band.
That's cool.
You know?
So
I
you
mean,
got
that's-
some things you're gonna put us through to kind of get
So
us ready for Murph.
you can also go to the murphchallenge.com and see a lot of ways to train for this. But these are things we do at Phoenix's, and these are also things you can do to train for. So we're gonna use your hands. You don't have to get in
Okay,
it.
I was like, all right.
Because you're planking.
Okay,
So
okay.
with push-ups, with pull-ups, even squats,
Yeah.
you need a lot of core strength. And who doesn't want to work their abs because
Right.
it's almost
Yeah,
summer
we're gonna be-
anyway.
yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
no matter what, you still want good abs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this agility ladder. You guys, I love when you work out together.
Yes.
These guys
and we
work
look
out.
like America
Yeah,
too with our
right.
red, white.
Red,
With the,
white, blue,
except
baby.
you can't see Jamarcus's gun since he always has a seat. You can see
Yes.
see Megan's, but you can't see he has guns. So what we're gonna do first, we're using this for resistance for shoulders, a little bit more stability in the obliques, your waist muscles,
Okay.
which is very hard for a lot of people to train.
Yep.
Lower part of the abs. So we're gonna use the agility ladder. They're gonna put their hands inside to plank walk. Then we're gonna do some squats in a different way, and I want you guys to just walk to Jamarcus, your right, Megan's left. So I want you to make that band tight, Megan. Stop cheating. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight.
Oh, you're trying to keep it
Yep,
tight.
you're gonna walk all the way down. Now, typically you would walk all the way back,
Okay.
okay? So I want you to do that. Go ahead, walk all the way back.
Okay, it's hard to keep it tight and move
really
your
is.
It's really hard.
Like,
It's
I
really
don't-
hard to keep
I
it
don't
tight.
think I'm that.
It's really
flexible.
hard.
Okay, so now you guys, because it's TV time, go ahead and take the band off.
Oh, goodbye.
Okay,
Oh, thank
band off. You're gonna grab dumbbells right there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do that. So a great way to train every single muscle and learn how to do air squats, you're not gonna use weight unless you use the 20-pound vest.
Right.
So we're gonna swing, curl, press. And what I'd want you guys to do
It's almost
is,
like a clean.
yep,
Kind of.
is to, you get your biceps active, you get everything, blah, blah, blah. You could also, nice sneakers, by the way. Jamal.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Little squirrel, little squirrel. So you'd want to do, say, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 of these, do it at least 3
Okay.
times, okay? Now what you guys are going to do is we're going to get back into plank,
Oh,
okay? So back into plank, you each
With
get a blue
our-
ball, except
okay.
Jamarcus, I want you to come down here.
Okay.
And then Megan, you're going to start down there. This is just a little ball to keep, like, you in the squares. It's just
Okay.
something fun. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep
No,
you.
you're good, love.
All right, so you're going to get in a plank, and then all I want you to do is roll the ball into each square and then
Okay.
walk with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll the ball into each square. Now, when you get in the middle, I want
What
you to
happens?
stop and give me a couple push-ups.
Okay.
However you want to do them. If you can't do them like these guys, you could be on your thighs. Modify, modify. Now I want you to hold your plank and finish your walk. So Megan, you're going to go left. Jamarcus, you're left.
Oh, okay.
Left. You're both going left. Sorry.
We little dum-dums sometimes.
We done.
Am I right from my left?
We're strong, but we're little dum-dums.
Right. And now when you get to the end, you're going to give me a couple more push-ups.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. As many as you can do right now. Yeah.
Until failure.
Yep. And then, now, have a seat, grab your blue ball. And you know our favorite, we're gonna do a little bit of twisting.
Oh, the Russian
Side to
twist.
side.
Oh, the twist.
Gotta always add those. And if you can't do these with the heels up, if you feel thighs only, heels down.
Okay.
Whew.
Ooh, this is good.
Now hang tough in the middle and give me some out and ins. And if those are too much, you could modify with hands on the ground.
Okay.
Keep going, come on, press up.
We're going.
Press up, Jay.
Because you think
Press up,
just because
Jay.
they're getting a wrap, you have to stop.
Have to wrap.
For real. Okay, back to center, and last set of these guys. So you can do them in any order, you guys. You don't, if it's too hard to
Okay.
do a lot of planking, any order. And then you'd get back up and do more squats.
Oh, fun.
Love it.
Whew, which we
That was-
probably don't have time for that, do we?
Oh, we'll do
Come on.
spots as we're reading,
Okay.
the,
There you go.
the teasers.
You can even do it with that.
You can follow.
Air squats, go, go,
You
go.
can follow Jen online. She will get you hooked up.
Here, I'm
And
not
if
using
you're
it.
doing Murph, we
Yep.
got your back.
Yeah.
Great
Got your
job.
back.
And let us know if you're doing it.
Yes.
Tag your Carolina.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, guys.
Listen to this: oysters, caviar, champagne, and great art. And you're invited. Here to tell us more about the Bubbles and Brine event coming up on May 20th. Vicky Zambrana, owner of Curian, and Sarah Lorenko, art director for one of our favorite places, Spoonbill Gallery. Good to see you guys.
Hi.
This is fantastic. I love all those things, and them combined is going to be a good time. So, first of all, tell us a little bit about Curian for folks who are unfamiliar with that. You guys do a great job in the West End.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Mediterranean tapas restaurant. We're a year and a half old, right next to On the Rocks in the West End.
And every picture I see come out of there, I'm like, oh, what a great spot. It's such a great addition to the West End.
Thank you.
But caviar, oysters, and champagne, we all love that combination. But what made you want to say, I want to team up with an art gallery to make it a fun event?
Yeah, we're celebrating. Why
Celebrating
not?
spring
It's like
and
the
summer.
trifecta to celebrate. Yeah, and Spoonbill, y'all are gorgeous. It's a gorgeous backdrop for events and
really
art. And y'all got the super fun Amy Schechter.
Yeah, the Sugar
right
Sugar,
now.
which
Yeah,
we featured a
exactly.
couple weeks ago, and it was great to hear from the artist about that. But this is going to be the great collaboration here.
Yes, it's going to be an amazing collaboration. This show will be up all month, and it's a nice vibe for what they're offering as the event. We're going to host in the venue. It's just a fun vibe for
Yeah.
summer, the glitter, the color. It's really fun.
And for folks who are unfamiliar with, maybe they never had caviar, maybe they're kind of curious about oysters. What is about that combination with the champagne that makes it such a iconic, like you're celebrating, you feel like you're on a yacht in the south of France? You know what I mean? Without leaving Greenville. Which is
Yeah, that's the goal. It's all celebratory. And any kind of bubbles you have, they're going to give you a good mouthfeel when you're eating your caviar and your oysters. We will have Gusto Seafood there, local seafood company. They're going to be here, and they'll be chatting about oysters and caviar also. So if you don't know all the things with oysters and caviar and champagne, we'll have it there. Gusto Seafood will be there to kind of
So
inform
having
us
that
a little.
educational component, which is,
Yeah.
I love that people
So
are
you
being
can
asked the
learn.
questions like, is this a dumb question? Gusto Seafood will be like, let me answer it.
No
for you.
dumb questions.
There are no dumb questions. Sugar Sugar, of course, we see the iconic Dolly, but it's all iconic women in the gallery?
Yes, this collection is all female icons, all drenched in the sugar motifs, the candy. So it's very beautiful.
Do you have a favorite? Of course, everybody loves Dolly, but I know Princess Diana is in there
Princess
too.
Diana, the Queen Elizabeth as well, which we kept them apart in the curation of the placements.
Good.
They're beautiful, beautiful pieces there.
Awesome.
Wonder Woman is there, Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah. Remind us
That's
of where
now.
Spoonbill Gallery is in town.
It's on Pendleton Street, all the way down, 2092. So we're on Pendleton Street.
And people that want to come and see the gallery, it's open now, but of course we want you to come for the Bubbles and Brine event. Remind us, you guys have very few tickets left, so if you want to go to this, now is the time to go and do it. How do they get the tickets? And remind us of the details again.
Yeah, Curian website on our happenings page, or it's on Eventbrite. Tuesday from 6 to 9, and we're seeing artful attire.
Oh yeah, Megan always likes to ask, what are you gonna wear?
Yeah, colorful. The art is really fun and colorful, so we're thinking of just kind of matching that with your outfits.
Makes sense. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for coming on and telling us about it. Again, coming up on the 20th at Spoonbill Gallery in Greenville on Pendleton Street. We'll be sure to put that information for you, but CurionGVL.com and click on the Happenings tab so you can get those limited tickets. Thanks, ladies. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
A fun look back at some of our favorite segments of the week.
Yes, of course, we're on the air each weekday morning, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And you can also find our information at yourcarolina.tv. We'll see you next week on The Sizzle.